Hi, it's Nancy welcoming you to Gardens Grow. The weather was pleasant today and I got some work done in the garden, not necessarily for myself, but I dug up some more plants and divided them and got them ready to take to my sister. And I hope to get to do that before too long. It'll still be a little bit. I still have other things I'm going to have to do before we take off for that amount of time, but we're going to do that as soon as possible. And I've got more things ready now. So I missed getting this little one for you, this little bloom right here. It's finished up and I only got to see it one time, and then when I came back out, of course, it was all closed up and finished. They only last for a day, but maybe I'll get this one for you because it will be open. So I had to have a battery change, but I was just saying that this little one will open soon, and I'll try to get that one for you. We're going to be finished with all of our pretty hibiscus blooms before long, and before long they'll all be finished, but they're sure looking good right now. And I'll be wanting to take things in to try to save them. So that's a big job, but it'll be a good job, especially if I have a good day like today to do it and can get calm and just enjoy doing it and not make it such a terrible job. And this is the Autumn Joy sedum that I used to have in this little pot. Right here, and now you can tell I've got the Brilliant in it, which I took that from the pot that's right over here, and it still has plenty in it. Actually gave it a little room maybe to grow. And then this one though will probably wilt down before it firms up and puts its roots down, but I'm still hoping that it will have time to do that before the ground freezes and that it'll come back next year. But if it doesn't, I will just take some from a different area and fill these back up, hopefully with the Brilliant sedum. In addition to this Autumn Joy sedum that I'm going to take my sister, I was going to wait on this, but I decided I wanted to go ahead and try it now. If it doesn't work, I'll get her another one started in the spring, hopefully. And tucked right down here are a couple of little crepe myrtle seedlings that I found that I'm going to take to her. And I have one more. I have a red, a white, and a bright pink. At least that's the colors I think they are, because they came up from around those colors of a crepe myrtle, and so it's very likely that's the kind that they are. I see this one's trying to wilt down a bit. I hope it'll go ahead and do well for her. And these are where I'm going to take out my little nepeta or catmint to put in her pots, her large pots, and hopefully they will make it. If not, we'll try again in the spring, but I think they will. I think these will make it for her, and I may even just go ahead and put these chrysanthemums in her garden too. There's a couple, one in each of these pots, and I don't really need these. I have plenty of chrysanthemums. And I usually like to start these in the spring so that they will put their roots down and be settled in good and be able to come back after winter. But I think these may possibly be able to do that anyway, because they've been in these taller pots for a couple of years now. So I think they'll probably I'll probably be able to dig a hole, put these in, and hopefully they just really won't miss a beat, even though they'll be just working mainly on their root system right now until the ground freezes or this pot freezes. But they will go ahead, I'm pretty sure, and make it through the winter and come back in the spring. At least they have a very good chance of doing that. Also able to get her a little start from my sensation lilac. I've been waiting for one to come up from the root to give to my niece Lacey, but I'm not sure that she's ready to do plants right now because she's planning on moving, and I don't know if she's interested in putting plants out right now. But I'm going to give this one to Jetty because it came up and was ready at the time I was ready to get her some starts. And then I also did go ahead and clip back several of my peonies. This was where one of them was, and I think I got all the ones in the front, but just one or two I think in the back that I've got clipped back, and I'll try again maybe even tomorrow. But this is the Sarah Bernhardt big double peony. She's gonna love it. These are two of the Keys of Heaven, and then these are the ones that I already had for her, which are the white yarrow, and these are the Laura tall phlox in these little pots right down here. They will grow up to look somewhat like this, only better, because these are going away now. These are still pretty fluffy and full where you can really see the pretty color of them. And then my husband took one to his brother today, his brother and sister-in-law, and hopefully they will enjoy these also. Look, the pretty dianthus is blooming again. It likes that cooler weather too. And the cotton candy grass or muley grass is looking good. And this is where I trimmed back the Sarah Bernhardt peony, and I'm of course going to give a piece of it to my sister, and then I think it will just keep going here too and look good again this next spring for me, and hopefully hers will look good soon. And if not, it will in about 3 years. Sometimes it just takes perennials that long to really settle in and then grow upward and then bloom those big beautiful blooms that the peonies have. And here is a little mum that's beginning to open. I love this quilled pink. Oh, look what I'm just now seeing. My little sensation lilac put on a bloom. While a far cry from what I hoped this would look like, you can tell that these colors would have looked really great together if it would have filled all the way out. I may try this again, or I may come up with something that I'll be a little more sure will fill things out. Look, there's even such differences in the marigolds. This is a golden orange, while this is more the bright golden yellow that I had in mind. These are such a pretty marigold. We're getting into that season that I told you earlier that the best was yet to be, and I think fall is the best because it's just, I love spring the best, I do, but in the garden fall is the best because it has its mature growth. You've got to see a bunch of beauty already, and then it's putting on more beauty for the fall season. Some are in the pretty fall blooms like the sedums and the marigolds and the mums, and then some is just when the colors change. Looky, as I'm saying that, I'm seeing right here, this is just a crepe myrtle, the pretty white crepe myrtle. But look at the leaves. When it begins to turn, it's pretty autumn colors. And of course, the other reason that fall is more beautiful is because of the weather. The weather just makes the garden, whether it's beautiful or whether it's just really, you can't see the beauty for the heat. Even though it might be beautiful out there, when that heat's on strong, you're not noticing the beauty. You're just noticing the heat and wanting to get back in somewhere where it's cool. But these are the kind of days that beckon you outside to enjoy, and you're actually glad that you have a garden or some place to go where you can enjoy that beauty that God has, not only in the scenery but in the atmosphere and the coolness of the day. And this is the fall beauty of the orange berry bush or firethorn bush. Today is September the 24th, and I came out to check and see if I could get away without watering today. We got a little miss and had a chance of rain, but it looks like our chances may have passed. But I did want to show you, while I was out here, I saw that this little Mexican flame vine has opened up a pretty bright orange bloom. And I'm seeing that I have some more of the pretty, these are the impatiens, but this is the double impatiens, and it's looking good today. Do you remember when I trimmed the old dead stuff off of this one, and it was coming back from the root, and now it's pretty much filled up this little pot? And did I show you this lovely little white chocolate snake root plant in bloom? It's pretty much in full bloom. It may open a little bit more, but it's looking good right now. I want to get this started in a few more places because it's just a very pretty little plant and easy to take care of too. So today is September the 26th, and I just realized, September only has 30 days, and we only have 4 days left before September is over, and my plants should be inside. And I think we're actually supposed to start having some cool nights too. So some of this has to come inside. I'm going to try to get started today and get some of it in. I did want to go ahead and show you some of it one last time before all that happens, and hope that we have some fall to just enjoy what's left after we take the non-hardy and the houseplants inside. And you may notice some bare spots in the garden because yesterday I totally wore myself out clipping back peonies. So I will have some of that done. I am not finished. I did get probably half or more of it done, but I've got to stop that job for a while. And actually I was so tired that I overslept quite a bit this morning. And but I can't fault me, because I knew I was so terribly tired, and I just kept going, and I did get a lot done. But hopefully I'll get all the rest of them done too before too long. But I do have to stop that particular job to go to another job, because I do want to get my houseplants in so that they won't die. I'm trying to show you this beautiful snapdragon. It's such a pretty color, and I love it here surrounding these little angels. And this is another of the sedum that grows tall and is just laid over and growing down, which is not a bad thing sometimes, but I'm thinking there might be a way I can show that off to even better advantage if I find a way to stake those and have them to go upward. But I'm not sure about that. I'll work on that. But this is where I plan to start today, to take some of the houseplants in. I have learned that houseplants begin to die when the temperatures reach below 50, and sometimes in the night you just never know when that's going to happen. And the best thing to do is to just go ahead and take them all in before the end of September. Oh, look, this little plant is, I knew it could be beautiful if it would just fill out, but it wasn't filling out. But somehow it seems like it's filled out a bit. But I wanted to show you these just one more time. This hopefully will not look like this by the end of the day, because I'm going to have several of these taken in. At least I'm going to start with my Rex begonias. And actually what I will do is I will set them out somewhere, and I will spray them so that I don't take in roly-polies or any other insect. And then I will take them in. So this will be bare for a while until I find something else to set up there on this little shelf. And just look how beautiful these impatiens turned out to be. So lovely. I won't take that in though. This will be after the first frost. They will be gone for this year. So that's just another reason to take another look at them. I love how this little one turned out when I put this big beautiful burgundy spike in here and then just filled it in with impatiens, and it looks great. And all I'll have to do is just pick this up because it's in a clay pot, and I'll be able, hopefully be able to just pick that up, give it a spray, and take it inside. My next problem will be finding room for all the things I want to take inside, and that will be a problem. I know that one thing I will do is to clip off all these beautiful blooms and hope to see them next year. Don't know what I'm going to do about my pretty little double impatiens. So pretty. I hate to lose it for sure. I might try to save it, but I don't have a lot of luck trying to save these. I'm seeing a monarch butterfly over there, but I guess I missed it. I think he flew through on the screen. But I know I've got to get busy. I just wanted to one more time show you what it's looking out here, so that whenever we do a second picture, when it's all gone, you'll have something to compare it with. And this little polka dot begonia will go inside too. This is a Mexican flame vine bloom. I will want to make some clippings of this and put them in a glass of water and see if I can save them over winter to come back out next spring. this Dracaena, it needs to come inside too, and it has really grown and it looks so good now, and I hope it'll continue to do so. This is actually from my good neighbor Vicky, and she has moved away, but she's still kept her house. She's renting it out right now, but hopefully she might come back one of these days. And then this is this is the ivy, and this is the Swedish ivy. And this one I do terrible with this, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I may make some little clippings and put them in water before I just try to save this by itself, because I don't have good luck with that. My friend Melissa said she usually just clips, not necessarily her ivy, but she's doing succulents, and she said she does just clip the little ones off and saves them through the winter, and then of course they'll grow again and fill out quite a bit. This one has filled out the most. That's just another sign, though, that we've had such a great year for plants this year. I hate for it to end, but I always do. And at the same time, I'm always glad when after that frost is gone and everything goes dormant and I get to do something else for a little while, is actually a good time. And I did not get this little one started, this little orangey red coleus. I wanted it to get started sooner. I actually did try it sooner, but it didn't make it. It was just too hot. But now it's cool enough for it to make it, and it is still alive, but I need it to be tall, at least tall enough to fit up here with this Angelonia, and so it can really make a pretty showing. If we have a long enough fall, it could still do something. I'm not sure about that. Now this is an annual Tyrinia, and I don't know how to save it either, other than maybe seed, but some of this I will have to just let go of. Now, not this. It is actually in a little clay pot in there too, so I'm going to take that inside and hopefully be able to keep it. It has grown quite a bit for one season. And this beautiful coleus, I just love it. So bright and just trails, and it's a little smaller. Like, here's some more of it right over here. But even though it's a little smaller size, it fits in so many places where you need a smaller size. And because it trails, you can put it in with the larger coleuses, and it just fills up the pot so prettily. And I will also, when I take these before I take them in, I will look them over, and there will probably be some leaves that are not doing well, and the ones that are all dark and curled up and a little bit dry, I'll probably take those off and give them a better chance to get started inside. But they've done wonderfully outside, and I hope I don't kill them taking them inside, because I'm just not a good houseplant person. I try, but somehow they don't like my little house. It's just not bright enough for them, I think. So these are the leaves that I took off, and it still looks great, and I've sprayed it with insecticide. I'm going to let that insecticide dry a bit, and then it'll be ready to go inside for the winter. Now that the days are getting shorter, it's going to be dark soon, and I won't have a lot more time to do anything out here, although I also don't have a lot more energy to do anything out here. But I did get a bunch of the smaller stuff taken inside, and I've got them replaced with different things, where I took the ones and put them in the house. And this is where all the Rex begonias were, and now I've just got some little plants that I won't be taking in, although I may take in this pot. Some of the pots that probably won't make it through the winter very well, if at all, without cracking. I will take them in, especially like this little one right here. But for now, I'm going to leave it out for a while and see how these little plants will do in it. And I did take my burgundy spike in and just replaced it with a little pot of chrysanthemums. But many of the bigger things I did not take in, like this big pot here that holds my bougainvillea, and I'll trim it down and take it inside too at another time, hopefully real soon. I'd like to get this stuff done so I won't have to worry about it or try to come out here in the cold and try to do it then. I'd rather have it done and it be snuggled in and ready for the cold weather to come. And I just put this little coleus in here. I don't know if it will make it there or not, but the one that I have right beside it is so small you can't see it, and I doubt if it will actually have time to get big and tall enough to make a showing in this pot. And maybe this one will, if it doesn't just wilt down. Maybe it will at least give it that little extra pop of color to bring all this color of the begonia in. Please be sure to like and to subscribe to the channel.